Good evening, everybody. Just wanted to do a video. Going to be quite a random video, I'm going to be honest. I don't really know what I'm going to, I'm going to kind of wing it and just see what happens. And then I'll make a title and stuff like that anyway. It's going to be, there's going to be Liverpool stuff in here anyway, but yeah, we're just going to kind of wing it. It feels like it's been a while since I've made a video. And it's probably because of the Champions League, which was obviously epic. Absolutely brilliant. I'll probably cover a little bit of that as well, just like more afterthought of the Champions League victory that we had against FC Porto. But I think first of all, what I would like to do is, if you've stayed in the video so far, which is over just 30 seconds, if you can use this opportunity right now to let me know in the comments below things that you might want me to talk about. Not because I'm running out of things to say, because this mouth can just keep on going anytime. My other half would tell people that as well. Okay? It can just keep on going. It's just if there's anything that you want me to cover, is there anything you want me to cover in terms of Liverpool? In terms of maybe players that are coming in, players that are going to go out? The Premier League in general? The Champions League? The Europa League? Do you want me to do, videos, like little short review videos of everything there? I did do one a couple of weeks ago about the Premier League in review, and I'll be honest, I've just forgotten to do it over the last couple of weeks. And I enjoyed doing it though, and it was really, really good. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if there's anything, any topic, anything that you want me to cover in terms of sports and things like that. Personal subjects and stuff like that to do with me. Probably not for these sorts of videos. There'll be like maybe Q&As down the line or something like that. But anything that's sports related, whatever you like, that I might be interested in. Only things I'm not interested in really is golf and cricket. I like playing them, don't like watching them, so I'm not really interested in those. Tennis, no. There can be some good times, but no, generally not. Yeah, let me know. Anyway, just let us know if there's anything that you're thinking, I want that guy to talk about it, and I will, or I'll at least try. Now, so obviously we're going to come into some Liverpool, let's just talk about Liverpool, to be fair, because we had a great result against FC Porto, and it really was exceptionally positive. I thought it was really positive. Let's not even pretend it wasn't. You're obviously getting rival fans and stuff like that. Obviously Tottenham played Juventus and they got a 2-2. Man City smashed the back doors off Basel, I think it was. We smashed the back doors off FC Porto, and obviously people are turning around just being like, well, it's not Barcelona, it's not Real Madrid, it's not Bayern Munich, and it's like, I know, because it was FC Porto. Not really a lot that we can do about that. That's just who we got drew against. I didn't know that game was going to go like that, and I'm for damn sure, apart from someone out there has maybe put a bet on it for us to absolutely smash them in like that. But to go 5-0 against FC Porto in their backyard, come on. Nobody predicted that. And I you know what? I would be astounded if someone did predict that. There definitely wasn't legions of Liverpool fans predicting that we were going to beat FC Porto in the first leg and get 5 away goals. No one was predicting that. So it sets us up really well for the second leg, which is going to come after the West Ham game. So I mean and the West Ham game takes place this Sunday. This isn't the preview for West Ham. I'm going to talk a little bit about West Ham as well and what I'm expecting. But it might contain some preview elements. Just yeah. But no, I thought it was really, really good victory. Not just because of the victory, but because of player performance. And I'm talking about player performance. Obviously, we can talk about our front three all day long. We really could. And I'm not going to. Mohamed Salah, Firmino, absolutely magnificent, as always. Sadio Mane has been brilliant. And he was brilliant in that game. He has been a little bit quiet, I would say. He's not been bad, but he's been quiet of late. Maybe this is going to spark him back into life for the rest of the season. With some big games coming up as well, because I think we've got Man United coming up pretty soon. But I can't exactly remember when that is. That's a massive game, massive game. We've got Chelsea at some point down the line as well. So yeah, I just think player performance was absolutely magnificent. You got to look at, I personally have to look at Karius. Karius has been one of those players that he made me as nervous as Mignolet did. It really did. And now Karius is playing in a way with such confidence that I'm forgetting about Mignolet. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Mignolet's done some good things for us, but he's done some friggin' terrible things as well. Just the same as Karius, though. He's done some, like last year. He had a bad season last year, and he didn't get... After the Bournemouth game where we lost 4-3 last year, I don't think he actually made a first-team appearance, apart from a cup game, which I think we lost. Might have been against Wolves. I can't even remember. But yeah, it was like 9th of January or something last year. And he didn't make an appearance then. Since then, he looks like a completely different keeper. I'm not saying I'm fully, confident in Karius. I'm way more confident in him as a player. Way more confident in him than I am about Mignolet. Because Mignolet is just... I think Mignolet's... I'm trying not to sound disrespectful, but it's difficult to when you say things like, I think Mignolet is done. I really do. I think unless there's an injury crisis or something like that with goalkeeping situation this season, and whatever happens next season, if we get a new goalkeeper, whatever, I think Mignolet's done. I think this is his last season at Liverpool. And as I say, he's done some good things. He's just, he's just not good enough. That is just really the be-all and end-all of it. He is just actually not good enough for us moving forward. And the way we want to move forward, obviously, is to have a tighter back line, which Virgil van Dijk is helping with, and we're going to come on to that as well. You want to have a tighter back line, you want to be conceding less goals, and you've got to say that, there are times when we've looked good in games, and Mignolet's just had a howler, and he just, goals go in when the ball's gone right at him, and stuff like that, and it's mistakes and errors and stuff that you can't really accept if you're wanting to go forward as a top 4 team, which I would love us to be going forward. I'd love to. I think I said it last year. I would love for us to get top 4 consistently. I'd love for us to win trophies, of course I would, but I think getting top 4 consistently will help build our profile back up as a club. It'll help more top players around the world to start to take an interest in us. And I just think that's really important. Getting back in amongst that top 4, if we can pick up some trophies here and there and work hard for them, then that'd be excellent. It really would. And trophies is, yes, what it is all about, but you've also got to remember, you can have a trophy, but you could also get relegated like Wigan did. And I think they won the Capital One Cup, or was it the FA Cup? Can't remember. It might have been the FA Cup. They won that and they got relegated. So it's great to have a trophy. I want our league position to be in that top 4 on a more consistent basis than it has been in recent years. We used to be. You go back and look through our history, and I did a video a long time ago about our managers when things were looking a bit dire for Klopp, and people were criticising left, right and centre that Klopp might not be the man. And I went back through and looked through all of the seasons in the Premier League, at least, and where we finished, and we used to be so regular in the top 4. We really, really did. Obviously, we've never won the Premier League, but we used to be, 2, 3 and 4. Occasional seasons where we would drop out, like I think Gerard Houllier, in his final season, we finished 5th or something like that, and he got the boot. And Rafa Benitez came in, and he obviously won us the Champions League that season. When Rafa came in, I don't think his first season was very good in the league, but obviously he won the Champions League. So that's a major offset. Going forward from that, he managed, I think his highest finish was finishing second to Man United, which is again gutting, but that Man United team under Alex Ferguson was almost unstoppable. Obviously following that season though, he finished 7th and he got moved on. Since Rafa left, well, obviously we had Roy Hodgson, we've had Kenny Dalglish, we've had Brendan Rodgers, and we had Jurgen Klopp. Brendan Rodgers got us the closest to the title that I've seen in a long time. Rafa Benitez got us close as well, getting second, but we were closer, so close under Rodgers. We were painfully close. And then since then, obviously we've had some pretty dire finishes in the league. So I think we might have finished 7th in the season that, in the 2014-15 season, I think we finished 7th. Obviously coming into the 15-16 season, that was when Klopp took over in October that year. And I think we finished 8th, but we had the Europa League final, which could have been a completely different thing. If we'd won the Europa League, we would have been in the Champions League a year earlier. However, we then go on and manage to secure fourth on the final day of the season last year. Let's not forget that. We got fourth and we're enjoying the Champions League right now because we secured fourth position on the final day of the season. We could not have afforded to not win against Middlesbrough, the final game of the season, because Arsenal went on this stupid run at the end of the season where I think they played something like 10 or 11 games and won like 9 or 10 of them. It was ridiculous, and Arsenal just rejuvenated themselves trying to get into that top four. They hadn't missed out on it since Wenger took over, and they missed out on it because we did our job, but we did it on the final day of the season. And obviously Man City won their game as well, which meant that they went third and we went fourth. This time I would love for us to stay in the position that we are right now, in third position, secure our league position, see how we can do it in the Champions League this season and how far we can get. I'd absolutely love for that to happen. I really would. I think I always want us to be looking at top three. Takes away that qualification process and stuff like that. It's not qualification, is it? It's like it's a process of elimination, going through, having to do the qualifying games before the actual season starts, like we did against Hoffenheim. And while they were entertaining games, man, it's a lot of pressure, and it puts pressure on you trying to get your transfers done as well. Transfer targets that are wanting to play in the Champions League are going to hold on until you've definitely qualified. And because you've got to go through those qualifying games to actually even get a sniff of the Champions League, if you get there, you leave it quite late to get your transfer targets done. You can't bring them in, say, June, July. You can't get them in that early because they're going to be waiting to see, well, say if we finished fourth and say Man City finished third, or something like that. Not that that's going to happen this season, I'm telling you now. Alright, let's use a better example. Let's say that Liverpool finished fourth and Chelsea finished third this season, or something like that. Okay, we have to then go through the extra games to try and get us into the Champions League group stages, whereas Chelsea have a free run in the summer to go and get their targets. Now, say we want someone and they're interested in coming to Liverpool, but then Chelsea swoop in with a big bid and they land that player first. While it is good to get into top four, top three would be my aim. It really, really would be, because then it means that you can get on with your transfer business pretty damn early, get it over the line, get it done, and it stops other people sniffing around your targets. We've had it in the past. I remember when we were in for Willian. Tottenham were in for Willian as well. He went to Tottenham, went to go and get a medical, and I think Chelsea actually swooped in and took him. Same thing actually. I think the same thing actually happened with Mohamed Salah back in the day. So we were in for Salah before he went for Chelsea, and we were taking so long to get the deal done. Chelsea swooped in and got him. Now, obviously, it's not the Mohamed Salah that we have today, and we're so proud to have. But yeah, we were so slow at getting our transfers done because people were maybe umming and ahhing about whether they were going to come to us, because we couldn't offer a great deal at the time. We weren't offering much. We weren't finishing well in the league. If we can get consistent, I don't know why I really, really enunciated that one, but if we get consistent, top four, top three, good cup runs, because we've had some dire ones this year, but maybe some good cup runs because the Champions League's gone quite well. That would only be good for Liverpool in terms of bringing our targets in, bringing people in that we want in. Getting rid of people that maybe aren't going to be here, like maybe, I'm saying Mignolet, Daniel Sturridge, they'll be out next season. I don't think they'll be Liverpool players. They'll be moving on. Whatever happens with Daniel Sturridge, man, what a striker he can be on his day, but injuries are ruining that man. And it wouldn't surprise me if Daniel Sturridge decided to hang his boots up one day, because his body can't do it. I think, who was the other one? He played for Man United and then Man City, I think. It was Owen Hargreaves. He was just so injury prone. It was ridiculous. And the same thing's happening with Sturridge. Kind of gone off on a tangent there, but yeah, those would be my targets for Liverpool for this season and seasons moving forward. It really would be. I think doing that would be excellent to try and get into that, stay in that top four, maybe push for the title, but you've got to see how Man City do next year as well, because obviously they're running away with it this year, and just see how everybody else improves as well. Got to see who drops off this year as well, who's going to drop off by the end of the season. Are Chelsea going to drop off? Are Man United going to drop off? You never know. It's a Mourinho-led team in United. Chelsea kind of look resurgent, but sometimes they can look so disinterested in their game, it just doesn't seem to come off. Tottenham are right up there as well. I think between us and Chelsea there's 1 point. Between Chelsea and Tottenham there's 1 point. And between Tottenham and Arsenal I think there's maybe a few points. But even so, it's tight between our position third. And even so, we're only 2 points behind United. So it's tight all round from second place to fifth place. You know, Arsenal could go on a run, but they're going to have to go on an incredible run to try and even threaten the top four, in my opinion. And someone's going to have to do something dire to drop out of it, and I certainly hope it isn't us. So yeah, I don't really know where else I can go with this video. I just wanted to get some thoughts out there. I just wanted to speak to you guys as well and give you something to watch, you know, just in case you are waiting for a video from me. Just to get my thoughts of where we are right now, because we are looking very positive. We've got West Ham at the weekend, which again, they're a team at the moment that look to be finding their formula with Arnautovic, and I think are they getting Lanzini back, or is he back? Hernandez, maybe. Are they starting to find a way to get the best out of all these guys? Arnautovic looks like the star man, and he's the man that we're going to have to try and keep quiet. But at the same time, on that same side of the pitch, because if he plays on the left, then they're going to be coming up against Mohamed Salah. Which also means that if they do what they did in their last game and they play Antonio Valencia at left back, he's going to have a hell of a time. He's going to have a nightmare. He really will. I wouldn't do that if I was West Ham. I'd play Antonio out either on a wide up front or just play him on the other side. But then if you play him on the other side, you got Sadio Mane coming at you as well, and he's starting to find some form as well. Look, it's looking positive for Liverpool, but West Ham are never ever a joke team, just because they've also been a bogey team of ours as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the game at the weekend. Obviously, as I always say, I'm nervous about it, because I just get nervous when it comes to Liverpool games, because you just sometimes I just have a stigma, probably that's something that is in me, that is just not waiting for Liverpool to fail. But we've been here so many times where things look really, really good, and then all of a sudden they drop off. And I just hope that that does not happen this season. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. My food is nearly ready. Sweet potato fries. Not sweet potato fries. Sweet potato roast potatoes. Unbelievable. In an air fryer. It's going to be epic. And we're getting some sticky barbecue chicken. It's going to be ace, guys. I hope you like the sound of it, because I'm nearly slavering because of it. I've had to swallow that. Excellent. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go get some food. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I said before, get your thoughts and comments in the comments box below. If there's any topics, subjects you want me to cover, I will do my best to cover them as quickly as possible, or as soon as possible, I should say. Thanks ever so much for all your support. Thanks for watching this video. Do like and subscribe if you are new around here. Thanks very much again, and I will catch you later.